Hello viewers, welcome to APGNation.com and to my review of DiscStorm. A copy of this game was provided to APG for the purpose of this review, so thank you very much to the devs and publishers. DiscStorm is the ultimate game of Frisbee, which pits you to death amongst your friends or through a hectic but hilarious single-player journey featuring zombies. In single-player, you can choose between 5 characters that don't feature any unique traits or abilities, so it's all really just cosmetic, and each character also has unlockable costumes. After completing the dojo tutorial, you will then complete a select number of levels in search for the ultimate treasure. Well, that's what your character thinks anyway. The writing in DiscStorm is very entertaining, often breaking the fourth wall and poking fun at traditional video game tropes. Gameplay is fast and pure chaos, since the environments are quite small but there are loads of enemies at once, and each level features unique dangers and obstacles for you to overcome. At your disposal are 3 deadly discs, which can be thrown and bounced around the arena like a pinball. Time your aim and throw just right, and you can take out multiple enemies at once. But after you throw your discs, you need to either pick them back up off of the floor, or you can try your luck at catching them in midair. While you carry a disc, you can also do a spin to deflect opponents' discs and also knock enemies back, but once you have no discs, you instead can utilize a speed dash to try and get your discs back. There's a good variety of levels that features their own unique themes, enemies, and obstacles. Essentially, each level is made up of waves upon waves of enemies plus zombies, with mini-bosses and a final boss, with their own personalities and comedic writing. The gameplay never changes in DiscStorm, but the challenge does, which is a really smart game design choice. This means your playstyle is constantly changing in each level, and always keeps you on your toes. The game features an excellent old-school arcade soundtrack and visual style, which is actually a popular trend these days, especially amongst the indie community. And finally, of course, DiscStorm features up to 4-player local multiplayer, which will serve as the longevity of the game. After everyone's chosen a character and costume, you will then be pitted against each other, and the first to win 3 matches wins. The game types and levels are chosen at random. This unfortunately means that there is no multiplayer customization whatsoever, and if this is your first time playing multiplayer, you aren't even really given the chance to read the match instructions before the game starts. Of course, after a few games, you will get the gist of the different match types, and they are chaotic but nicely thought out, and more importantly, fun. Like I mentioned, local multiplayer is the only thing to come back to once the single player is complete. The game features no online modes or any real rewards besides achievements and costumes. I also ran into some bugs and glitches during my single player playthrough. A couple of times my character would randomly turn white, which then made it really hard to tell if I took damage. And a couple of times the enemies actually got stuck somewhere in the environment which I needed to kill to proceed through the level, making me restart from a checkpoint. DiscStorm has great ideas. I'm really impressed with the level designs that bring new challenges and force you to change your playstyle. But there is nothing about DiscStorm that really hooked me in and kept me coming back. The single player may take you around 3 to 4 hours to complete, and if you have no local friends and you're not interested in costumes and achievements, then there's not much here for you. So in the end, DiscStorm is really only worth your time when it's on sale. And I strongly recommend that you have some local buddies, because that is the only real reason to come back to the game. I did enjoy my time with DiscStorm, and it has great ideas, laugh out loud writing, and plenty of challenge, but it just needed more to really sell it as a must-buy title. For everything else gaming news, reviews, and impressions, subscribe and stay tuned to APGNation.com.